What is the difference between Json.Load and Json.Loads, or functions? In Python, what is the difference between Json.Load and Json.Loads? I guess that the load function must be used with a file object. I need thus to use a context manager, while the loads function take the path to the file as a string. It is a bit confusing. Does the letter S in Json.Loads stand for string? Thanks a lot for your answers.
Yes, S stands for string. The Json.Loads function does not take the file path, but the file contents as a string. Look at the documentation. Simple example.
Documentation is quite clear. This URL deserialize fp.read a supporting file-like object containing a JSON document to a Python object using this conversion table. Deserialize S, a str or Unicode instance containing a JSON document to a Python object using this conversion table. So load is for a file, loads for a string.
Just going to add a simple example to what everyone has explained. Json.Load. Json.Load can deserialize a file itself, i.e. it accepts a file object, for example. Will output. If I use Json.Loads to open a file instead, I would get this error. Type error, expected string or buffer. Json.Loads. Json.Loads, deserialize string. So in order to use Json.Loads, I will have to pass the content of the file using read function, for example. Using content.read with Json.Loads, return content of the file. Output. That's because type of content.read is string, i.e. if I use Json.Load with content.read, I will get error. Gives attribute error, str object has no attribute read. So now you know Json.Load deserials file and Json.Loads deserialize a string. Another example. System.stdin return file object. So if I do print Json.Load system.stdin, I will get actual JSON data. If I want to use Json.Loads, I would do print Json.Loads system.stdin.read instead.
Quick answer, very simplified. Json.Load takes a file Json.Load, expects a file object, e.g. a file you opened before given by file path like files or example.json.